Well, hello, everyone.
Yo ho ho!
It's Sunday, and we're going to be doing just some Sunday shenanigans.
Sunday shenanigans.
Our shirts came. Here, it's going to be backwards, but you know.
Can you see mine?
She's forward.
I'm forward.
So, I'm very excited about that. I've been wearing mine. I wore it to a birthday party yesterday, and we're going to a birthday party today, and I'm going to wear it again. 2 times.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. Hey, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together, we are PM Artist Studio. You were a little weird today. I don't know if that was a little...
That wasn't weird. It was lovely. Harmonized.
She's feeling angelic. And let me tell you why.
We
got some new
being
things.
Inspired by what I'm looking at here.
Yeah, that's true. Singing like a little angel. Or a Kirby one.
Yeah.
That's what they're called. I'm just saying. Anyways, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you are here. We want to know that you're here and interact with you and, you know, like convert you to one of our chat people.
Okay, there's 35 people watching and only 22 of you have thumbs up.
Thumbsy upsies, y'all. If you're new to the channel, hang out a bit, you know, get to know us, warm up, do what you need to do, but do subscribe at some point. Ring that bell, get notifications. We do this 4 times a week. And let's see what else is going on here. So I'm going to say hello to everybody. Now be sure to do your little hellos in the thing so you show up on the list, because that's how that happens.
Good Lord.
What's up?
I just about lost the moon over
My hammy. All right, we've got Acme, Amy, and Lars here. April, Art Curious, that's Miriam, Barbara Cabrera, Becky's in the house, Belinda, Bruja, Carrie, Colleen, Darcy, Dana, Eddie, Griffinshell, that's Rhonda, Jeanette, a.k.a. Janet, Jolly John's all up in the house. Hey, Jolly John. Were you here? Did you see that we received your thing? And thank you very much. It was an extreme, like, pleasant surprise. In fact, it's going to go in my, you know, Halloween book whenever that ever happens, like during Christmas.
Oh,
Kathy's here. Laura.
I'm going to go fetch something. I'll be right back.
Lisa, Marta, Mary, Maya. Paula is here. Panka, SAG, that's Sarah. Sandy Franklin. Scott's a beauty by Xander. We call her Z. Sherry, Black Dog Designs. Sherry. And then we got, oops, some people were popping in there. I think Maria, hello, welcome. I think you are new. Oh, all kinds of new people popping in there. My thing's just moving. It likes to move it. A little this and that. Do tell us who you are in the chat. Give me a moment, though, because I'm finishing up the names here. Silver Granny, that's Lynn. Star Travel, that's Linda. Suzanne Rivard, hi, I believe you are new. Welcome. Texture Junkies, that is our very own Sharon. The Shelly Studios, that is Margot. Margot, I loved that latest video. All of y'all are putting out some awesome videos. I mean, if you don't know, you know, we got lots of, you know, YouTubers that hang out here in the chat with us who are usually part of the Makers Creative Collab at All That Business. We've got Eddie and Darcy and Polly does a lot of her work over there in Makers. She's not a YouTuber, but definitely one to watch out for. We've got Miriam. She jumps in probably almost every time. She's definitely a regular. The Shelly Studio, that's Margot. She has been contributing. Carrie Griffiths, obviously many of y'all know him. He sometimes jumps into the Makers Collab, but he's always putting out videos. He got buggy with it this just, you know, last night. He used Michelle Sharp. He used Michelle Sharp, and he watercolored. If I missed you in calling you out about, like, being a YouTuber, do just give me a little, hey, you missed me. It's just, I'm going through my brain, and it's not like a list. That's how it works. My poor little brain. Okay, so, let's go topside. Because I don't really have any announcements, because here we are at the end of the month, so be sure to keep an eye out over in Makers. That's the Makers Who Makes Media Art and Artists Facebook group, because all the new things will be coming out. You know, we have the swap, we have the collage prompts. Eddie's heads that up now. Are you still doing that, Eddie? I've just kind of assumed that you've taken that over. Thanks. If you get sick of it, let me know. And then we've got the color combo that's headed up by Paula and Carrie. So lots to watch out for, especially in the beginning of every month. Not to say that you can't just jump in and do, you know, any of the previous ones, because that's totally acceptable. All right, I'm going topside. And her lighting's poo-poo today because it's overcast, and I for whatever reason can't get.
Now we need to put a different color bulb in this one over here.
Blows. It just makes her all like glowy, and not
Yeah,
like in a
there
good
we are.
glowy.
So it looks a little claustrophobic. I do have more wiggle room here than what I've got. Okay.
Okay.
Well, Mariah, tell us about this.
Oh. These are actually I think this is volume 2. No, this is volume 1. Let me look. Sorry.
I'm just doing them the way you handed them to me.
Yeah, I was struggling yesterday and even remember which one was one. But there's 2 volumes. She'll show you the second one here in a second. But so this is volume 2. Yes. So this is volume 2 of the Christmas 2023 set of 9 ATCs by our very own Paula. She's a busy girl.
She
We
is,
love her.
and this
Man, there's never any like.
I like this set a lot just because it's kind of weird and wonderful, and you know it's still thematic enough to but my favorite of course is this flying angel.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's wonderful. And her little crown up there and everything. I just think that's cracks me up. I love it.
She's fun.
She is. And my second favorite one is this one, and Izzy will love this one too because she's got pigtails.
Yes.
And I like this bird with the holly leaves and berries on his bum.
the Chuck the
And
Baby
I
Chuck.
like this rather elongated ornament.
Or bulb. Because see, it's glowing because it's sparkling. It's probably an ornament, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's multi-purposeful.
And I'm not sure
Purposeful.
exactly what this is. If this is just
a funny little cherub face.
a funny little cherub face with a
Love it.
mustache and a goatee.
Kind of reminds me of the ladybug from the Bugs movie or Ants, one of the two. I was very confused because those came out very close to one another, and I always forget. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The ladybug that's all the other bugs make fun of him because they think he's a lady, and he's like, I'm not a lady.
I look at these and look at them as kind of like graffiti art. I think they're something that somebody was.
And FYI on that one, I have fixed the eyeball. I just didn't want to cut another set. I was running
that
out
one's
of
fixed.
Yes, it's been
so
fixed.
There's a slight.
Yes, it looks like the other one, and I brought the face down just a little bit, just to give it a little room so it would cut consistently.
Well, I think it's quite nice. I don't think the eyes have to be symmetrical. No one's eyes are really symmetrical.
Yeah, I hear you.
We talked about that. Well, I'm going to put this one aside because I definitely think I'm going to do something with this one today. I've got some papers.
Hey, Pia.
Pardon me. I still have guck in my throat.
Oh, and good call, Darcy. Darcy says, yes, of course, whenever you go over to the shop, anything that is new is going to be the very first product that is shown. We always list it by newest, or that defaults. And then if you want to change the filters, you obviously can. But yes.
Do we have any more of this black stuff?
I have it in different colors. I don't know if I have any more of the black. I can probably get you some.
Well, it's just I
It's
feel
very, very nice to have.
feel like I'm making stuff go too close together here.
Oh, you
to get it
like
all
you
off.
needed it like right now.
Well,
I've got the chipboard. You want a 12 by 12 chipboard?
no, I don't know. Is that going to be surface larger?
Surface larger.
Now there's an ornament.
I feel like the surface is larger. Yes, here, maybe.
Oh yeah. And I really I like that a lot. I can use that. Here's another little funky bird. Christmas ball tree. Gingerbread house. And I like that mistletoe. That's nice. Don't know that we've had a mistletoe before.
Not really.
And I guess it should probably.
Hang the other way.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, Colleen. Hey, Heather.
All right, well, there they all are.
That is volume 1. All right, push it up a little bit.
Oh, I got things falling over here for
Yeah,
whatever reason. I don't
Are you going to watercolor today?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm going to do shiny watercolor today.
Oh, shiny watercolor.
Shiny watercolor.
Well,
I might have you bust out the big guns over there. I don't know. I'm really pretty happy with these, except I do need the red.
yeah. We don't
I
have a
don't
red
have a
one.
red one in the little. Okay, how's that?
That's wonderful.
This is very Scandinavian. I like that. It's very clean.
I was going to break it up, but then I was like, nah, I kind of like, I mean, it's a little floppy there in between the legs, but if,
I think that's okay. You're
yeah,
just
if you
gonna have
come
to-
up this way,
Yeah.
if you're doing paste, you're going to be good. Because she's got the antlers on the lockdown, so that was smart.
Yeah. Antlers on the lockdown is good.
Yeah. I love the little
I like
sock.
the stocking.
Yeah.
I like these birds. I like these birds. Now I don't have to keep them together anymore, do I?
No, you have
mix
shown
up.
them in their proper, yeah, you can now just bundle yours all together and then we'll work it out every time you show
Because,
it.
you know, I like stuff like this because
Hey,
I
Mimi.
think this is non-seasonal. I mean, it can be seasonal, but I think it can be non-seasonal.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And over here on this little jobber, all you have to do is put some tape on that and you've suddenly got
Yes, a cool stars
An
and moon
orb.
ball.
an orb.
An orb.
Orb.
A celestial orb.
A celestial orb, no less.
That other one could be like, you know, candy. Like a little
Yeah.
cake ball.
Cake ball.
Sorry, I'm
Boy,
thinking.
we're all about that.
Well,
Izzy is. Boy, I tell you what, she can snag her. She can put down some cake balls. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep the bird out here because I'm kind of leaning towards that bird. I've got some.
yeah, I don't know what's going. I think, you know, with weather and whatnot, perhaps. We're going to go with that.
I'll have to find the birds, but that's okay. All right.
Hi, Barbara.
Well, when
Good morning.
Mariah showed me these, I'm just like, well, I don't really. What is the purpose of us having, you know, wings?
I told you. So, do you want to tell them what I told you, or were you listening?
Yeah, I was, but I don't know if I necessarily believe it.
Uh-huh.
And then we have a little moon here, a little crescent moon.
Okay, but then show the outer bits, because you get the outer... So, it's a set of 4. All those 4 come together.
4.
Yeah, it's curvy angels and wings. Where the other
Well, I
ones?
must have lost a moon.
No, you got the moon. There's the other wings. Wonderful. All right, keep on putting them out there.
Well, oh, okay, because that's the innards there.
Yeah. Now she's worked it out.
Here she is.
So you get a mask set of wings and the moon. But then, see, what's cool is you could use the outer bits, do it solid, but then use the masks to do some, or even come back in, see the little moon thing fits inside of the other moon. So, lots of options there. That might be even kind of fun. I think what would be cool too is like if you did something with the angel ladies, but then put on top of them the other wings. That could be fun. Many, many options here with these curvy angels and wings.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's a little more like, that ain't her jam.
That ain't my jam.
Because
That-
it's
it's
hard
just-
for her to think about that.
I just, you know, I think that this is just.
Oh,
you
I
know,
love it.
In
She's
and of
hilarious.
itself, just. That's a card to
And then-
send to somebody.
Heather P said, "Is she eating the star?" And I'm like, "Well, I think she needs to ease up on them stars because they might be heavy in the carbs."
She might need to go keto.
She might need to go keto. I don't know what celestial keto is, but you know, yeah, they're funny.
I'm just sitting here, I'm looking at the design on these wings, and it's really different from the design
Uh-huh.
on these wings.
Well, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to think about that. That may be one of those things that it comes to me at a later.
Yeah, I think you got to play around with them.
Later date. And nothing's jumping out. Like, you know, the birds. Because, you know, when you get stuff that's right in your style, it's just easy to adapt it. This is going to require a bit more.
Yeah. And I think that these would be a good size. So, what I did, because originally Paula had made these like postcard-ish size. And I was like, it just seems really big. Like, so that kind of limits your ability to use them. So, I wanted to put them all in a set. And so that way you get all 4 things, which I think is an awesome deal. So if you want the angels, great, and you can use them. Or if you want wings, but I think it's a real, you know, win-win kind of situation. But yeah, they would work. I think they would work well for some of those Tim Holtz paper doll things. So good call, Robin.
I really like this bird on a bell.
Kirby. Yeah, no, these are Kirby.
Yeah,
she thought I said Kirby.
There's, you know, never trust a skinny cook.
Yeah.
Never trust a skinny angel.
Yeah.
They show up all emaciated and everything. You probably ought to stay away. There might be some kind of problem there. This one just cracks me up. Just like that.
So I was saying that it might be fun to kind of like either, you know, what's cool about these is that they are ATC size. So super fun if you guys want to do like Christmas ATCs or just tags for Christmas. Yeah. They are perfect for Christmas cards. I think the size and everything is spot on. Because remember last year with the little crackers, we went through some, you know, additions of sizes because of, you know, this one over here that said, I need them smaller. So there you go.
Yeah. And every now and then what I want happens.
Or we try to just head it off before it even ends up in her hands where she's, you know, we're on stream and she's like, I would really like these smaller.
I really like this if it were smaller.
Great. Okay, let's see it.
Okay, I got to put these someplace where I'm not going to mix them in with the other stuff because that's when things get lost. All right, I'm keeping these out because I want to use these today.
Awesome.
All right, I should probably just hand you this back because I'll just muck it up. You just have it handy to hand.
A lot of you guys buffering badly. You know, you may want to just...
said right away that they were.
Yeah, I know. May want to come out and come back in. I don't know if that's the deal. We have excellent condition over here, so...
Yeah, it's on your end.
It's you. It's not me. That sounds really mean, but I do, like, you know, I think it's you.
All right, now here's what I was thinking.
Yeah, reload, Eddie. Reload. Ooh. And what is this that you have on the plate?
I know.
It's
I've got
glowing.
to talk about that too. But I'm going to cut these up so that I can actually make cards with these. You know, like greeting style cards.
Now, I'm going to stop you right here.
Oh, God. Here it comes.
Don't you be offering up...
I'm not offering up Christmas cards this year, y'all. Last year, how many did we have? It was way more than
It was way more than what your original thing because we kind of felt bad and then people would ask and they would ask in the comments so we would send another one and another one. And it went on for a while. And we love you guys. We love you guys. I love to send you things. But, man, that was a whole big thing.
Yeah, because I had to do a whole bunch more cards because I only had about...
Oh, yeah, so she was putting
I think I had started off with 25. And ended up, it was 75 to...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
About that.
Or more.
Yeah, because we kind of lost count.
Okay, well, we're not feeling that cheerful this year, so, you know, suck it
love
up,
you
Buttercup. We're going to maybe have a Christmas card, what you call those things? Giveaway.
Well, or...
pull your name out of the hat, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But there will be limits.
I think the deal is that you make the cards. Maybe 5 of them. Then we will, like, send out or something. Okay. But that is it.
All right. So I'm going to pull this off here because I've got to then cut it up. And
oh, I like that idea, Rhonda. That's a good idea. She says, Mariah, maybe you can pick names from a member list and make, like, just 5 or whatever. Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay, so if you're not a member, you need to hustle your buns over there.
Well, do that in December.
And get memberized.
Or do it in December. Because being memberized right here at the end of October isn't going to help you for Christmas cards in December. Because I'm not sending out Christmas cards until maybe the end of November. Plus, it's going to take you a little while. Let's all be honest. Remember how she operates.
Man, I'll tell you what. Some of those last year, I whipped those buggers out. And
You had them ready, though. You had
yeah,
you
I
had a
did.
lot
I
of
had
stuff pre.
I just had to, like, finalize their
Yeah.
do little quirky, you know, what is it? Tweak it. I just had to tweak it.
Tweak it.
I should have pulled this off last night, and then I could have had it flattening. It's kind of hard to cut them when they're curling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, London Anthony's here. Hello. Oh, and hey, Liz. I think Liz snuck in.
What that little hoopty-doo thing out there was.
And
but
Dawn, hello.
I guess it came off in the paint. Oh, well. C'est la vie.
Wonderful.
All right, now this is that same technique where you put down, and I'll just show you. It's really silly to talk about things when you can show people. Don't you think?
Amen, sister.
But isn't it gorgeous?
It is. I really want to tell you, don't mess that up.
I'm not going to do it.
But I want to use more explicit, explicit.
Well, I'm going to, I'm going to cut this out exactly as I want it, and then I'm going to, what you call that stuff?
Hey,
Paste.
Carla.
I'm going to put,
Oh, the stencil butter or the texture paste?
stencil butter, I think.
Butter it.
I haven't really decided yet.
Hey, bartender's daughter.
All right, so I'm going to show you how I did this, because this is a really simple and lovely way to get a multiple colored print in one pull.
One pull. I
One
don't
pull.
believe
Oh,
it.
you know what I want to talk about before I do that and get everything mucky here, because I want to get this out of here. All right, Carrie is still here, isn't he?
Well, yeah, but he's buffering.
Oh,
There's
darn.
something going on over, yeah. I don't
Have fun, everyone. That means he's leaving?
know. Yeah.
Well, you need to come back for just a minute.
But it's buffering. He can't see it. It just spins. There's
Well, I'll just hold this off till he's here.
Okay.
Because I want him to be here. I want him to know.
Yeah. We'll catch you later.
Catch you later, Carrie. I don't know what, shut your system down, start it
He
over.
already did. He said he's been working at it for 15 minutes. He's done. I don't blame him. Thanks, YouTube.
I do not know why that happens sometimes, but it dang sure do.
Oh, I don't know. There's lots of factors, but I blame
Yeah.
YouTube. Because according to our information over here, it's all
Sunspots,
sunspots, solar flares,
solar flares.
weather.
All right, now as I'm digging through stuff, trying to find stuff here, I'm moving stuff around that I've got queued up that I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a dangerous thing. Hey, check this out. Karen Dash.
Yeah.
Because I can never remember it.
Oh.
When I look at the word,
Yeah. To me, it looks like Caran de Ash. It should be fancy. I mean, they've got a lot of fancy things happening there.
well,
If you don't want it to be fancy, then
dadgum
don't make it look so fancy.
French people in there. Oh, what you call those apostrophes?
Apostrophes.
Apostrophes. They're rife with apostrophes.
Oh my God. Okay. So I don't even remember exactly where I heard this story. I don't remember who told me. But the thing is that I just remember this one little snippet part of it. But that's fine because it's really all you need. So, and it had to be like one of my friends telling me the story about how they had this interaction. And they're spelling something with this person. And she says, it's that comma up on high. And they're like, a what?
A comma up on high. Apostrophe.
Comma up on high.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like something Izzy would say.
Yes, Margie. And I replied back to you. And the thing is, so if you guys have any problems with the printing of the shirts, definitely reach right back out to TeePublic. Because unfortunately, like, we don't really have, like, once we load it up, I mean, the whole process and everything is over on TeePublic. I do want to know, I would love to know. Ours came in, ours were good. But I'm sure that just with anything, you know, you have some that slipped through that didn't, you know, somebody's just not paying attention. But yeah, reach out to them and make sure that, because they'll replace it. I know that's like one of the big things on their website that says, hey, if you aren't happy, let us know.
Okay. Cleaning up these edges because I want this to pull neatly. If I'm going to use it and make them into cards or whatever, I want this to be. I want it to look good.
Hey, Elizabeth. We showed some new stencils and stuff. You definitely want to go back and check that out, Ricky. And hello, Ricky.
Ricky Nordmar.
Oh, awesome. So they're taking care of Margie. Wonderful. That just makes me so happy. I figured that that's kind of, you know, how they would run things. That's pretty much how everybody does these days. Especially once you know, send them a picture and say, hey, you know, things didn't turn out the way they were supposed to. But I love that color that you chose, by the way. She got the, I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was the purple one. And I have the Nerd shirt in that purple, and I love it. I like the feeling of these shirts. Like, they're soft.
They're silky. They're nice and
they're not heavy.
I hate heavy. The heavy shirts.
I don't like them.
They're binding.
And they're a little more rough. I don't like a rough shirt.
I don't know. My. Okay, well that's going to be good enough. I mean, there's still a little mucky muck left on there. But.
Oh, wonder. See, and Rhonda said that, yeah, on her first sticker order, it was lost. She emailed TeePublic, and then they sent replacements, no questions asked. Yeah, I mean, stuff happens. They're a big company. They're going to handle it.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the one that I used. Pretty sure. But I don't have to use the same one, right? Yeah, I want to. I really like this. I like this pink because it's very luminous and transparent.
Luminous and transparent.
Provided I can open it. Now this is the Winsor & Newton Galleria acrylic. I like it. I've not found this color anywhere else. And it's a lovely, lovely pinky red. And a lot of times your pinky reds are kind of pukey.
Pukey pinky reds.
Pukey pinky reds. Oh, and gosh, I have to talk about Carrie's book a little bit, but I will talk about it more when I've been, you know, Mariah had this discussion with me that you shouldn't go to bed directly after you've been watching. I haven't been drinking today, but I'm seriously thinking about busting it out because.
Hey, but you're sounding pretty good. Like, I think you're getting better.
Oh, I am. I definitely am. It's just that every now and then I just get this clog of gunk and mucosity. There you go. That's a good one. Mucosity.
Look that up. Warning. You might be grossed out.
Because when you leave this on rather thick, it's more ready. But you can see, did you see that? Can you see that brayer off?
A little bit, yeah.
It's right where your head is. It can go into the pinks if you want it to. Okay. So we're really not wanting it to because we're going to do some, don't really think it matters at this point.
Yeah, and I think that thing has some...
so much that it doesn't have a right or a wrong. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to create some more backgrounds.
That's right, Darcy.
Because we don't have enough.
She says ready, not ready. You know?
I've got to use the other side of this because I'm liking this side.
Oh, yeah.
Mucho bueno.
Mucho bueno.
All right. I'm not... all right. I can't do that yet. I've got to get this print full.
Priorities.
Priorities. I just have to...
Just hold it together for just... Yeah. I'll talk. For those of you that have, you know, made it through the buffering issue that seems to be happening on, especially like, you know, the East Coast, I think is really kind of where a lot of it, or in Europe. But do say hello in the chat, hang out with us, give us those thumbsy upsies if you haven't done that, or if you just forgot, that's totally, you know, we know. It happens. Hello, Ellen.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up extra stuff that's on the edge there because that could be problematic later on. And that's what this piece of paper is all about that I keep putting down here. I don't know if y'all understand what its role in the whole thing here is. All right, now we're going to, Fran always says, just pick one side up and look at it. Oh, yeah, that's lovely. I'm probably going to take another, but maybe not. Oh, yeah, that's a good job. Got to quit using my fingers because I've got bad spots on two.
No worries, Lara. Come back. Watch the replay. Y'all that are, you know, if you're coming back, do leave us comments today. Came back.
If you're having technical difficulties, just...
Yeah. They could be, you know, updating servers. They didn't get the memo that the time had changed. I don't know.
Okay, well, this is a good background that we can work with for something else.
Yes.
Now, we're not pulling anything up here. What we're doing now is we're going to put down another color.
This is how you did that. So, y'all remember, and I showed it as a short, both on Instagram here and here on YouTube, of the pink and gold fleur-de-lis.
Yes.
This is that same technique.
Now, we might go ahead and do some pink here. Pink with the red. Pink and red. I like pink and red.
I like pink and
I think
red.
that's very festive.
I love it.
Oh, crap. It just about...
Sugar biscuits. Hi, Joan.
Yeah, there might be a little effluvia in the bottom there, but I'll swish it around. And it didn't look like it was buggy.
Buggy. It just might have been, you know, dusty.
I'm trying to make this last till Christmas, and hopefully somebody will, you know, give me an expensive bottle of whiskey for Christmas.
It's good to put that out there in the universe. I know, it's the damn net. Actually, oh my God, there are 3 of them. Yeah, they're like, oh, she cracked open the bottle. I don't know that they live that long, but they definitely pass on information.
Yes. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this
Hi,
pink
Erna.
stuff. Now, I think the pink that I used was this Pepto-y color that I have in the
Yeah, y'all gotta come back. Give us those watch
Sennelier.
times. Yes.
And I tried to turn this around so I can get, you know, good coverage. And yeah, okay. And I read that the book that Carrie got me. I can't stand it because I've been reading it at night before I go to sleep. I try to read at least 2 of the color presentations that are in there. But it is absolutely a fantastic book. And I will share that with you when he's back because I want him to be here.
Yeah, and when the internet's being nicer to everyone.
Don't be afraid to use paint. You know, I don't anymore since I've been using some of my best prints came from Brayer offs.
Yeah.
Because remember, we've got red under the stencil here, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's with me on that.
Mm-hmm.
This smells funny.
Well, they do get a little
Can
funky
you smell it
after.
from over there?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we want to take out most of the paint. Just not necessarily all of it. And this is where I use my folded up paper towels. And that just helps get it down in there. And
So this is a little bit like a long haul in that you're sort of building up some layers around the stencil.
Yeah.
But that's not a full on.
It's not full on.
This is a half haul.
Alrighty. Now we're going to pull
A mid haul.
Nah, not as much red state as I wanted it to, but I think it's still going to be okay. And pull it with gold.
I love it.
Yeah, just a lot more paint came off.
Oh yeah, so it's going to be really shiny.
It's going to be very, very shiny.
Yeah.
Very shiny. Very shiny. Okay. Now what? All right, let's talk about... No, let's go ahead and get our, I think I'm retiring this.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Both sides.
Got some nice stuff going on in the edges there. I'm really, I'm kind of keeping these and collecting them because I've got a, I'll show you why.
She's got an idea.
Here in a moment. But we need to get our, oh, and that's going to be a problem because I can't get to my drawer. Okay.
Did you use that pink in that one?
I think I used, you know, I thought it was that one, but I don't think it was. I think it was this. Maybe I'll do another one.
Yeah, I think you should do another one just to see if you can kind of hit the mark a little closer.
Well, since we've already got this out here, let's not put it away.
Yeah.
Shuffle it back. And this is a very, this is a relatively, I say very, it's pretty clean.
For the most part.
For the most part. And I get these two confused because they're both Winsor Newton. But they're very different.
Hi, Monica. No, the paper she just showed with all the squares that she takes up the outer, you know, the border paper is what we call it. Or that's what I've been calling it. Is the deli paper.
Yeah. You want to always have some of that on hand. It's marvelous stuff. And you can use it like you do the tissue. It's just not quite, it isn't transparent.
And the one thing to keep in mind, even the wet stream tissue isn't as transparent as some of the more, like, but one of the reasons that it's, I think the strength comes from the fact that it's not as transparent as, say, the lighter weight or just like, you know, gift tissue.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very nice. Rhonda said that Eddie had sent her some carnival tissue and now she knows what it's all about. Yeah, you know, I think a lot of people are skeptical of it, but there is a difference.
Yeah.
So this is what color that you just put down?
Just a minute, I'll tell you, but I need to move
your...
along here. This is my hairy stencil. It's
got some furry bits.
Furry bits.
It's funny, Darcy. She says, now that the buffering business has settled down, I can relax and have my breakfast. I'm an East Coast girl with a West Coast circadian rhythm.
Okay, that didn't work out terribly well, but I think I'm going to just put this one down. I'll put this one down on the opposite side. And remember, this is the, what do you call it?
Yeah.
That.
And if you are still having some of those buffering issues, sometimes just turning, especially in the live stream, that's when you're going to hit those the most. Because once they render the video, if we've had a good flow of a stream, like that's all going to be fine. But during the stream, if you want to go over and click the little, you know, the little gear, and maybe move it down. If you're trying to run 1080, it may not do that. But if you hit, you know, 720, or especially if you're on your phone, because the 1080 is, you know, kind of here nor there if it's that small anyway. The 720 should be perfectly fine. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do this one a little bit different.
Okay, before you do that, are you going to tell them the color?
Yeah, sure. This is Winsor Newton Permanent Rose.
Yeah.
It's a really wonderful, wonderful, wonderful color.
Yep. Okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my gold down now before I pull up my stencil.
Okay.
This is a little bit different than the last pull. And it's still going to have to wait to dry, so that's going to be great. You know, sometimes things just really happen for it. And I
there you go.
Dug all that extra gold off of there the other day, and, you know, it was in the crevices. Crevasses.
Mm-hmm. And is it working better?
Yes. It's going, the lid is going on much better.
That's beautiful.
Now we're going to pull the stencil.
Mm-hmm. So you basically kind of did it in a reverse.
I did. And I just, you're going to have completely different effects here. And I'm not worried about that because this is going to have to dry before I do the final pull. But you just got, you know, 2, 3, basically, and it pulled up a lot of that. But see how it went to the outside of the design? So it's kind of a reverse.
Yeah.
Of what we got over here.
Oh, that stencil is the Melty Morocco. I'll put a link.
And then I can pull it with, say, and I think what I used here was my orange quinacridone burnt orange to pull this with. Makes that nice, warm. It's probably not going to be exactly the same, but you will be able to see it more when we.
Yeah.
Because the gold is on there, brayered out, you know, pretty thin.
Right.
The whatever pull color you put on here is going to come through. And that should dry fairly quickly because.
And if y'all have been watching Froyle, which I know a lot of you do, she's been using she used the Melty Morocco to make a bunch of papers about, 3 videos ago, I think, maybe 4 at this point. But she's still using those particular papers to make the collages. And it's funny because she just did a crazy color one, and she used, I think, pinks and reds together. Pinks and oranges. I love pink. Anybody that says pink and orange don't go together, well, they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because I love those colors. And if you just ask nature and look at a sunrise or a sunset.
Yeah, well, look at flowers. Okay, we're going to use iridescent bright gold fine. And I was just thinking if I could use.
I'll handle the links.
All right, I changed my mind. I'm going to use the.
Oh yes, and they do come in strippers too. Melty Morocco.
Use this because I think that what this is going to do is it's going to punch up my
Dunkin' Donuts. That's right.
Pink. What?
Dunkin' Donuts. Their corporate. Their colors are pink and orange.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I may have known it. I just forgot.
Good golly.
Golly, Miss Molly, I'm about out of this. But this is going to allow, because this is really, really light pearly, I can, when I get ready to do the stenciling on it, then I can go dark, you know, I can go dark green, I can go dark.
Oh, you're keeping it low contrast.
Because of what I'm going to do at the next
Right.
stage of things, right? Everybody got that?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get all the dimples and pimples and pocky marks.
Pocky marks.
Oh, that's cool. And I think this is going to be very festive. I anticipate it to be very festive.
That's good, Darcy. I like that. That's fun.
What did she say?
She says, I'm a Duncan in a Starbucks world. Starbucks has better stuff, I think. Oh. The pearly business is the, yeah.
Interference Gold Fine. And do we have another one of these? Because I'm really down to the... And I think that they would be in your drawer over there.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta move some things. Yeah, I'll clarify that. I'm putting some things away. As I'm, you know.
Lord, I hope she's not going to clean the studio. I apologize ahead of time. Those kind of things happen. I sent her in the pantry to find, you know, flour. And 15 minutes later.
Some of your favorite stories, lady.
Okay, look at that. Isn't that just stunning?
You know what I'm gonna do to you? I'm gonna be real mean. I'm gonna be mean to the lady over across the table here and tell her that she's got to use this business up before she can get any new expensive stuff. Why don't you just mix them all up together? I don't know if the interference, they will
Interfere
with
properly?
one another.
Okay, well, I'm really glad you handed me those because look, we've got some. I think I'm going to go with this red. It's called
Now these are the U.S. Art
Violet Interference.
Yeah, these are the U.S. Art Supply, which are quite reasonable. I think you can even
This
buy...
is red interference. Let's use that one.
Yeah, I think you can even get a set that is just these lighter interference ones like this versus all the colors. They come in different sets, but this one, these particular ones did come in the larger. But I do think
they pull nicely, by the way.
They are heavier than what she just used with the golden, but you can still get some of the same, you know. See how it's a little more...
Yeah, it's leaving the wispy tracks.
Yeah.
Wispy, not whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and unfortunately, I think those of you that are, you know, in Europe, can't get the U.S. Art Supply paints.
Comes from Utah.
Well, actually, I think they all come from China, but for whatever reason, the distribution doesn't, because it's too expensive. And like, they have different laws on, you know, the types of paints, and they probably don't, price point is not going to be equal. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like if they bring it into a country, then it's...
Oh, they have to pay tariffs and...
Yeah, and so it really jacks up the price,
shipping,
and
yeah.
people are going to go, oh, well, that's not really, you know, for the price point, well, it doesn't even out.
Well, you know, a lot of the paints, like I'm sure the paper arts, people, I'm sure that that's cheaper for them in Europe than it is for us here because we have exactly, you know, it's going the other way across the pond.
Yeah. It's kind of the reverse of the paper artsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Leave that over there for a minute to let that dry so it doesn't stick together. And we can compare and contrast.
Marta, turn your settings down to the 720 and see if that helps you. Can we explain the interference? Yes, we can. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want me to?
I think
you got the paint.
I think you should talk about it while I'm getting ready to do something else here.
Okay.
I'm really liking this piece of paper.
Don't cover up the things because it's really helpful with me describing, because you can see on those black lines. So I made, these were like way early on before we went to the little stickers. I made these larger swatch things, but you can really see when these paints are on top of a dark color or dark paper, that's when you see the interference color. And that's usually indicated on the label, or, you know, when they give you the color description. See that one? It goes to blue. There's more of a
blue interference pearl.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the pinky reddy one, or
this is violet interference.
Okay. That one's gold.
And this one's gold.
And then that one will be the red.
Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have a problem with these two because they're awfully close.
Yes. That one's purpley, then there's the more red.
I get them mixed up all the time.
So, yeah, that's really the basics of it. And you can see that, and that's a great shot. I mean, that really shows them off. I mean, it's perfect. Lighting's perfect for that today.
Yeah, they kind of...
And then, like, the golden one that's more fluid, it's like the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, and then, yes, I have the interference embossing powder from Sharon. I do, indeed. And in fact, I think that's the one I used on the Celestial Journal on Monday. Was that? Oh, here, let's show that real quick. Did I bring my box back up? Yes, okay. Darcy, thank you so much for packaging it all. I mean,
she loves the little packets of whatnot. Okay, that's this little jobber right there.
Yeah.
What I love about it is it really runs the gamut of, it goes red, green, purple there.
yeah, because see, I think they've had, like, if you mix all those together, I think you would get a similar situation.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. It's like you, I know.
I like.
I should never doubt.
I like some
never even crossed my mind that Darcy isn't gonna hook me up, and no, she's in my mind a little bit. I'm sorry for that, Darcy.
All right.
The Dr. Seussy-ness that happens in there.
Dang gnats are attacking my. Look at them. They swarmed it.
You're gonna get some protein today. Good golly.
Yeah, it was.
Did you eat it?
No, it wasn't. It was just a fleck of something.
She's okay on Survivor. She'll eat the bugs.
Look at them hanging out there.
Just waiting.
Waiting for me to put this back down. You little boogers, I'm covering up my booze. We can't have you swimming around in there. It wouldn't be good for you, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, I'm just not really ready to share with you.
Not feeling that sharing spirit yet.
No, I'm not. Look at him. Very aggressive. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, got everybody knowed up on these. I don't really know what to do with them because their place has been taken by other objects on the thing. But
yeah. Do you want me to put them back over here?
Yeah. If
you just need to say, you know, interfere me.
Interfere me. Okay. All right. I've got to do some relocating here.
It happens.
Because I need to get to my drawer, and my drawer is being...
Do you need assistance in this?
I think I got it.
Things might start crashing here in a minute, y'all.
Yeah, if it does, don't worry. It's all replaceable. Okay.
Oh.
Whoa!
What, to get in your mouth?
Get my lighter and fire up my breath and burn those buggers in the air.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be good for the studio. Although some days I feel like that. I'll just be honest.
Okay. So, we need to chop up our paper. Paper chopper. Okay, now, do you want to go in your little spiel about card size and envelope size and yada yada? Okay, so this is 11 by
8.5.
8.5.
Or 8.5 by 11. Depends how much way you look at it, landscape or portrait.
Okay, so we're just going to half it.
This is letterhead.
We're halving it. And then half of 8.5 is
4 1/4.
yeah, but that doesn't look right. But I guess it is.
Yeah, there you go. Scoot over a little notch there. Oh, yeah. Okay. See, they are bringing it in, but yeah, you're gonna pay for it. So listen, the U.S. Art Supply set of 12. This is a set of 12. $153.30. Well, it's not dollars. It's
Where
euros. Euros.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not that quality of paint to be paying that kind of price.
It really isn't. I don't know why this never comes out exactly right.
Well,
it's not going to matter.
I could explain it to you.
Other stuff anyway. and here's the thing.
Hi, Marguerite.
Do we still have some of those pre-made cards? You know, blanks. Pre-made blanks.
Postcards.
And the reason I want to do that right now is because I want to see if I need to trim these out a bit more in case I want to add a little framing color around there, because that's what I'm thinking about.
Okay.
A framing color.
Yeah.
What did I do with my... I set them there.
I thought I saw some over here the other day. I was like, oh, that's good to know, and I'll just
Oh
leave
no,
those
this is
there.
irritating. We're both looking for something.
Isn't this fun,
I
y'all?
told Mariah this morning when she walked up the stairs, and we laughed because we didn't plan this, that we had different shirts on, you know, with the color thing. I just happened to grab this one because it was on top. Well, I've lost my stencils here. I mean, I haven't lost them. I mean, obviously they're here.
Obviously, they're still here.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I just pushed them aside. Aha. Okay. No, these are not the ones I want. Or are these the ones I want? No. These are the ones I don't want. So
Not good, golly.
what did I do with the ones that I did want?
I was feeling so good that I was like, all right, I know that those old postcards are here in the file. I'm quite sure of it. Because we have them here from...
Oh, dear Lord. How can you lose something and you just had it in your hand?
Hello all. If you've come in, we're looking for things.
We're looking for things.
If you've seen it, let us know. Do give those thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're, new.
Okay, well, while Mariah's looking for those, I'm going to do something else over here because I can't find my dadgum.
Yeah, two of us shouldn't be looking for things at the same time. It's real.
Stencils. What did I do with the whole other batch of them? I mean, I just put them back over here because I thought, well, I'll deal with those later because I don't want to lose them in the mess of stuff here.
Mm-hmm. Did they get stuck to something? See, we need to hurry up and get to 8,000 subscribers so that way we can do another giveaway. Because I got a pile of things over here, y'all. A pile that I wasn't quite ready to let go, but I think I'm ready. I have some of.
Okay, I found them. They got stuck back under the board when I had to relocate here to get my color out. And now I've got Terry's thing here, and I do want to keep those out because I want those in a minute because we're going to try something else.
Wonderful.
Okay. These were the right ones. Why did I not think that?
I don't know.
I'm really losing my freaking mind.
Could be the whiskey. I'm just saying.
Well, I haven't had enough. That's probably the problem.
No, that's true.
Well, I put all my little birds together. What did y'all see what I did with my little birds? Ah, here they are. Ah!
Look at us finding things at the same time.
At the same time. Oh my God. Alright. Putting those over there.
Here, and I got. There you go. So they're not on heavy. But I think that's okay, because once you have enough paint and other things.
Alright, now the other thing that I know we have
Golly.
are like real cards. Card blanks. On good paper.
Card blanks.
Card blanks. You know, blank cards. Because this isn't going to work. You know, real cards. They open up. You slide them in an envelope.
She's being so mean to me. Oh.
Looking at me like you don't understand what I'm
I
saying.
don't like it when you talk to me like that. It makes me sad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. But you kept looking at me like you didn't understand.
Well,
You're just looking at me like, really? You want me to find that right now?
yeah, folded cards is what you're talking about.
Folded cards. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, I do think that these are really clever little jobbers. And this is really a job that Mariah should do here.
Here you go.
Trying to bevel.
Off-white? Is off-white okay for you?
I don't really give a rip.
Okay. And these are kind of these are the last of the sort of fancy ones. And I'd give y'all a link to these, but they don't. The last time I went looking for them, they were nowhere to be found on the Amazon.
All right. Well, I could cut these out with the chomper.
I did
That's
mark
really
it.
nice to show people stuff that they no longer have.
You know, it's one of our favorite things to do around here.
Well, we're certainly
I
not
can't leave
getting
it just to
any
you.
Affiliate links there on that one. Whoa, ho.
Eddie says the stream is
rum.
devolving quickly. I want you to know that I actually marked this one as comedy today. So,
Jesus. All right. Well, you can see we have a bit of a problemo. All right. This is going to work better. Oh, I like these because they're shimmery.
yeah, but that's why I said I can't find these anymore.
Okay. Well, they've got plain ones, and plain ones are good too.
Yeah.
All right. This is what I mean about this. So when I'm thinking about my card, and that's really pretty good, but if I want to put like another little frame around it, it needs to be ever so slightly smaller.
Yeah. One of the other cool things that you can do with these, like, so if you were to chop it up into fours like she did, so an 8.5 by 11, chop it up into fours. This is a 5 by 7 card.
Yeah.
Technically, the card itself is ever so slightly smaller than a 5 by 7. Is that right? No, it's 5 by 7. The envelope is ever so slightly larger. But one of the cool things you can do is you can wrap. So if you wanted it to be a little more arty, so turn the print. Nope, turn the print. And then you can bring it down to the edge, or you can do some really cool things. Wrap it around to the back side, do even more little cool things if you want to do that. But those are ways that you can utilize those 8.5 by 11 sheets. Don't be upset that it's not like, you know, going to be perfect or squared on there. You can, you know, square it up and put it in a little frame or...
Yeah. Now, I am going to, and I'm going to do this before I, and I don't really know what the right way and wrong way. One side is laid and one side is not so laid.
Not so laid, yeah.
Yeah. You have a choice on those. Okay, I'm going to hand those back to you because I don't want to muck them up.
Uh-huh.
And I love these little jobbers, but I don't think it's going to work for what we've got going here.
Okay.
Another day.
Well, I'm so glad I found all that for you.
Well, put those back someplace where you can access them.
Well, they're on top of the pile now.
All right. So what I know here is I want to take a little slice off of here, and that'll be good because I can get rid of that hickey there.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to make me real happy.
Hey, Devin.
You want to do this before you start doing your
Hello, Quirky Queens, and a very happy birthday to you.
stenciling, because
Isabel.
if your stencil goes over, it's hard to cut through some of that stuff, especially if you're using the heavy duty
And hello, Lexi. Hello to all y'all coming in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies.
Okay, I'm not going perfect here. I'm just giving it a chop. Because I don't care. Did you see that? Did you see that, how it pulled? That just makes me so angry. Okay. So the trick to this stuff is to it's pulling a lot because it's on the slick side of the paint. The paint is slick. So turn it over and do the other side. This is, you know, I really could put those on there just exactly like they are.
Yeah.
But I really like the idea of putting another little frame of color around the edge of just, you know.
Hello, Rose.
Brightens it up.
Yes,
Makes it look a little more. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
So, hey, hold on a sec, because I'm going to tell Darcy's joke, even though it's a little past time, but it's still
okay.
hilarious. So, while we were looking for stuff, she put it in the chat, but then she side messaged me too, because she was like, hey, you missed it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you re-alerted me to that, because it's funny. She's like, while you were in search mode, I said, I had an art joke, but I'm drawing a blank. See, that was worth it. That was worth it, Darcy.
I draw blanks quite frequently. Shoot. Yeah.
Hey.
No, okay, not going there. Okay.
Well, that's not your job.
No, that isn't my job.
That ain't my job.
Here's the next dilemma. Okay. So we've got our hair on my lip.
Hello, Gail.
Is this our Gail?
This is, well, yes, she's one of our Gales. This is Gail.
Our Gail.
Nichols. Yeah, she's
Is this our Gail from Baltimore?
No, that's Gayla.
Oh.
This is Gail. Gail is the
That's
teacher
really...
in California.
I think I got it. Okay. So we've got some choices here. I didn't.
Maybe it's a gnat.
Maybe. God, I'm eating them. Okay, so we've got that yellow gold. We've got this. It's called, I like this one a lot, champagne. I run out of that one all the time. That would look good. Trying to find my... I think green is out. I'm not going to go with green.
It's a little too on the nose.
Yeah, it is. And remember, I've got these, but these are too runny.
Yeah, they don't...
I like them to use them on the gel. I've used them on the gel plate, and they work great.
And great to come in and touch up things, like with painting them on. But they're kind of too
sucky
runny.
Poo-poo on the stencil, because they bleed through it. Oh, I could go pink. I don't know, though. I'm afraid that's too much.
Yeah, it'd lose it. I mean, unless you wanted to kind of create that effect of just a very low contrast.
Pearly one that I really am leaning towards was, of course, way at the back. I'm thinking this.
Yeah.
Because of the contrast.
Yeah, because
and also think about the envelope. I mean, the card itself.
It'll bring it in.
I think that's going to be a good thing. All right, so who are we going to do first here? Who are we feeling this? That's a good one. That's a good one. I like the birds. I think the birds are funny.
The birds are hilarious.
I don't know. I'm thinking my flying angel. I'm going to bring her back in. Here she is. Oh, look at that.
You going with the angel first?
Well, let me tell you what. I should have my pan of water here.
Yes.
To put these into, because I think what I can try to do is go ahead and clean them up here. I want to get that exactly.
Well, I'll put the pan of water over here. Whoop.
Okay.
Things over.
Well,
I'll be right back. And then you can just hand it to me and I can dip them.
Well, that was sealed up good. That's always good. See, I've got a bit of contamination down in there. Imagine that. Did clean my knives up today. Palette knives.
It's not food, but boy, you're on it, Darcy. Yeah, Kirsten, it seems to be Europe and kind of east and west coast of the United States with the internet issues.
Oh, really? We lost our.
I mean,
Euro crowd?
well, part of it could be that YouTube's doing something, and it could be that they all are on similar servers, or just they block. There are blocks of. That's my guess. With what I know about things.
Okay, I'm handing that across to Mariah. I got the excess off.
Yeah, because
onto my paper here. You see it? I mean, it's probably going to be really subtle. And I do want to show you some other things that I've done. Remind me, I've got some other stuff that I worked on that's looking really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look in your thing there. There you go. No. I love it.
Very cute. Very festive. All right, I'm handing that to you, Mariah, so that you can put it someplace where it's not getting smushed.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, she's fun.
So now I think the next little dude here is going to be going this way. Just feeling for the right side.
Poor Paula.
I don't know. I wish what I did with mine. I think this might be kind of nice.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Exciting stuff.
The Crafters Workshop, they have some new ones out. Some very pastel type colors. Now, a lot of times we kind of know how to mix our own. I did reach out to them, but they have not reached back out to me. Said if they wanted to hook us up, we'd love to talk about them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to buy them. They ignored me. Oh, that's right. If y'all missed, Sharon, she did a stream yesterday. And so what did you make? You made some sprays? She said it worked. Wonderful.
From?
I don't know. I haven't watched the stream yet.
Well, we talked about using,
We've been running around like crazy people. Friday, this last Friday. Well, so the Friday before was Izzy's little award ceremony thing. Well, that ends up eating up about an hour-ish of time during the day. So, I love that. That looks awesome. I love I think it's a cat. I mean, I'm going with Cat Angel. King.
Cat
Queen.
Angel?
Yeah, that turquoise is the bee's
It is the
knees.
bomb diggity.
Bomb diggity. Anyway, so yeah, every Friday here lately has been just nutty. Not to mention then just what it takes to sort of, okay, we anticipate that.
I don't know how these people with 3
Jobs.
children do it.
Or in jobs, jobs.
I don't.
Blows my mind.
We're struggling.
They're just way more organized than us.
Yes, I think so.
But yeah, this Friday was her party, and then they get out early, which then throws us behind kind of here at home too, because that's like, you know, even though Izzy hangs with Gigi, you know, Mommy's really the only one who can.
Oh my gosh! Did you hear the other day? I said you need to shush it. Your mom's supposed to have some free time here, and you're. I just want my mommy.
Yeah.
I said if you don't shush it, I'm going to stuff a sock in your mouth.
Yeah, which also explains why she needs her mommy.
JJ's being really mean. I said, well, sweetie, it can get worse. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, good golly.
We do go round and round, and she's Gigi, don't look at me with your mean eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, that needs to go to them.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, and so see, we've got this thing going over here, which looks kind of cool.
Yes, that's some fun stuff.
It will be a fun thing. All right, we need to get. Oh, I guess maybe I should.
Okay, what's Sharon say? So I did my work. Okay, it dried that way. Yes, oxide and walnut plus natural pigment. Very good. What did you use the oxide part? I've slept since.
What?
Oh, Sarah's just talking with Sharon about
I'm
what oxide thing she was doing.
Baron on top of my whiskey.
The Sarah Titanium Oxide Pigment. Okay. I've never heard of this.
Is this a question or a comment?
I'm just reading out loud because I think
Oh.
this is some interesting information.
Okay. Okay, well, we've got this little quirky bird dude here.
Oh, this hair.
Let's see. I don't know if the orange is... See, really, and that's one of the reasons I went light on those others is because what happens here is...
No, the orange is going to be too...
I think it's just going to disappear.
It's going to get lost. You need higher contrast. Now, even...
Now, what about this horrible green?
Oh,
I don't like it. I make into...
Yeah, you usually use it to make
brown.
other colors. So, here, you should talk about this real quick. That even though this really isn't like super high contrast, but because it is a complementary color, it therefore has more contrast than something in the same hue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that this green here is going to be the same thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the time to do some mixing here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would like my green to show up, and I would like it to be ever so slightly limey. And you know what? I can do that. Where are my cool little papers that Sandra sends me? I guess you can use both sides of that.
Okay.
I don't
Is it
know why
slicky on
not.
both sides?
I like them because they're flat. The reason these are hard to mix in is because of that lip.
Mm-hmm.
You can't,
Yeah.
get a good go there.
A good go.
A good go.
Versus a bad one.
Okay, and you can see I've already...
Yeah, that ain't what...
That's not what... I'm going to try to avoid that.
That is not how it comes.
On that edge there.
Have you altered this whole pot? No. Yes.
What?
That whole pot has been altered.
No.
That's the way it comes?
That's the way it comes.
I'm-
It's
I'm
called Terra Verte.
I thought it was more green than
Terra
that.
Verte. Oh, look, I've already got some going here.
Yeah, some...
We can just utilize that.
Well, and unfortunately, where you're mixing is like right behind your,
Oh.
your head in the screen. There you go. So this makes a bronzy, or not really bronze, like what am I trying to say? That kind of lantern.
It's sort of okay. I got to get it over here.
Aged brass. Dear Lord,
Aged
my poor little
brass.
brain was struggling there.
Okay, well, I'm still thinking I need to...
Oh, Jeanette says cut the lip off. That was a brilliant idea. Sometimes it's the most obvious things.
That's looking really cool. Should mix that up on some other paper. All right. I want it lighter. And I'm going to just keep this around because I'll probably put the excess back in there on the side.
Okay, scoot the bird over towards your brushes and bring your thing that you're mixing to the main event. Please and thank you. Wonderful.
No problemo. You just got to let me know. I can't smell it.
I'll waft it your way.
I'm going to waft you.
Oh, that's pretty. Now, what you could do, and the thing is that we've used all of the chambord, haven't we? Or chartreuse chambord, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't have any of that left.
Yeah, the chartreuse. So, she's got to make it almost a chartreuse. Now, this isn't as probably limey.
I'm trying to get it there.
Yeah, it needs to come up in brightness a little bit. Maybe a dab more of the yellow. Just a dab. So the thing is like these stencil butters do mix quite well. And so if you have certain ones and you don't have other ones, you might be able to get there.
Yeah.
With a little mix. And the thing is like the pots, they're pricey, but they do I mean, we've had these coming up, I think, on, it's over 2 years.
Some of them.
Some of them. Now, some of them are newer.
The ones that I really, really like, and you notice I haven't brought in any of the champagne because I don't want, I just don't want to use that because I like to use it just like it is. All right, let's just do this, folks.
Enough of this mixing about. I know, Lisa. The cooler weather's got us all
run my arm
frisky.
through it. I just eyeball it to make sure that it's sort of.
You know, Ricky, I don't really know. We've played with the lunar pastes. Very similar. But colored modeling paste, we don't have any of those, do we?
I make my own.
But these are more, okay, so texture pastes are going to be more gritty. These are more like really heavy body paint. They are plasticky, slicky.
Well, I'm not too impressed with that.
Well, you kind of blur.
I needed to take it even lighter. Might be able to do something with that though.
Yeah, it's kind of lost.
It kind of just got lost in the shuffle. I needed to take it even even lighter than it already is. Now, on your excess stuff here, you know, don't just toss it.
Yeah, scrape it off to something.
Because you can go ahead and cut this out and use it that way. Helps if you don't flop it down and muck it up like I just did there. Try to get it. And what I do when I pull it up is I hold on to one end and the other end so that it doesn't scoot on me. Because it's easy to scoot. Yeah, okay. Well, we've got kind of a good little bird going there. Let's just bring this one back and we'll clean it up here.
Yeah, I don't know. There's obviously something going on with YouTube. Just
I'll hand that to Mariah. Yeah, this is starting to look really cool. And I'll show you something in a minute with the Caran d'Ache. That dries. Okay. Let's get this back into the course, here before we start mixing something else.
You putting that green with the green, or where are you?
Well, I can go ahead and try to lighten this up even more. I just don't know that I want to do that.
Yeah.
So what I do is, I just put it in on the side that...
No worries, Darcy. Hi, Estella.
Okay, hang that up and let that dry. All right, so what do we got left here? Got this one.
I love that. I'm sorry. That's my favorite.
I really like this one a lot. So I only have 4 pieces of paper, but I'm thinking I really this cracks me up. I want it to be pink.
Me too.
Do you really?
I really do, and I want it to be light pink.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to put some white with the
Now.
I don't want to use that. It's too smushy. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pink and I'm going to put white with it.
Okay. You need to hit, piggy pink.
Piggy pink.
Hey, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like
brand, good job.
Almost brand spanking new.
Pristine.
They got a little teal hue to it, especially this one. That.
Okay, now I want to remember just to use a teeny tiny bit because it's really strong.
Amount matters.
Amount matters. Look at that, Mariah.
Pinky, pinky, piggy, piggy.
Beautiful. And you saw the small amount of that I used with the white. You always start with your light color and add little bits of the dark color to it. Might have a little bit of
Oh, we got 30 minutes. You need to pull those prints.
I've got some other things to do.
Well, you got 30 minutes.
I can do it.
Okay. Well, the ghosts are coming through through your bedroom.
The what?
The ghosts. Did you hear your door just open up?
Oh, look at that. Now, I just suddenly thought, the wings that I was pissing and moaning about, not knowing what to do with them. If I put a wing on each side here.
There you go.
Look at that. How cool. But you got to wait for that to
Yeah,
dry.
because you don't want to be messing around. You're tempting fate at that point.
Tempting fate. All right, I'm putting this back in.
We might have ghosts. Izzy's convinced there's monsters that live in our closet.
I have attempted speaking to her about these things.
Yeah, me too.
It isn't a logical thing.
No. And I said it may even be true, but here's the thing. Here's what you got to focus on. Have you been attacked?
Yeah. Do they wear your clothes?
Yeah. Are they, you know, just lots of things. We've gone through lots of things.
All right. I'm giving this to you.
Okay.
Now you could make a lovely lavender using this, using the purple with the pearl. Okay.
Oh, the water over here just kind of getting marbly. It's interesting.
Oh, I got it really thick down there on the bottom, the little, his pudgy little chin.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, now, what did I want to do next? Oh, I wanted to talk about this business here of with the crayons, because I've got this, and then we'll do some watercoloring.
Okay.
This is kind of a
little bit of this and a little bit of
a
that.
mixed media.
A real potpourri. I love it when I make her laugh sometimes. I don't always know that she's laughing at the thing for the reason that I want her to, but that's okay. I will take it. What's that?
Stickers.
Are they?
Well, I think. I don't know. I just now noticed them. I thought they were just
they are.
a piece of paper. I don't know where you're supposed to stick them.
Well, don't ask
Okay,
Izzy because she'll
now.
be like everywhere, anywhere.
This is a really cool piece of paper. What I want to do is I want to take the colors I have down here and put them up here. And I'm going to show you a finished one that I did over here. I don't know if I finished it or...
Hey, Liz. If I didn't say hello.
And what I love about these crayons, these Caran d'Ache crayons, is that when it hits that, it does tend to blend things. But sometimes if you have high contrast there, you can still see the brush strokes, which that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
And if you don't want either one of those to happen, all you have to do is take one of your brushes, get a really, really, really dry brush. You don't want a lot of liquid on it. And do that. And that also fixes it. But what's cool about this is that this is another way to get rid of the white business that you always have that I find, you know, sort of irritating.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quick, it's easy, and there's just really no way to, like, muck it up. But again, I stress, use a very dry brush. Squeeze the water out of it like that, you know, over your receptacle, so that you don't have a lot of water going on there. Okay. Now let's do this down here.
Hey, can I have a little piece of paper? The smaller the better.
Oh, sure. Here, this ought to be a good one.
And give this a whirl.
She's whirling.
Well, this was Lynn's idea. Well, it's very subtle.
Like,
almost secretive, as Carrie says. It's a secret.
It's invisible paint. Remember, we used to chuckle about my invisible paint.
Mm-hmm.
So it was because it would dried.
Now, what it will probably do is leave a sparkle on this here paper, which will be interesting. Did y'all hear the door? Do you have your window open?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh my god, it's driving me crazy because your door squeaks.
I'm not in charge of greasing.
Yeah, I know that.
It's more of a, maintenance thing from the
Management. Okay.
Now, the reason this is cool is because now I have areas where I can come in, use a stencil over the top of this, and all of a sudden I have these areas that are supporting different colors. And I haven't done anything except, just add a bit of the Caran Dash. I've said it the other way for so long that really
Oh, Kathy says, how does P keep the stencil butter from going underneath the edges of the stencil?
Carefully.
If it is a brand
directional.
Yes, and if it is a brand new stencil, you need to make sure that...
You notice I'm feeling and turning it because one side has a bit of a cup to it.
Because, the...
Okay, this is the back side. I can feel it. I don't know if you can see it.
So when the stencils are cut, because the blades on the Cricut are at an angle, there's ever so slight bevel to it. You want to make sure that the smooth side of the stencil is down. The part that you feel, that needs to be up. Now, if you let paint and things build up on your stencils, number one, it's just going to be trickier each and every time you try to do something like stencil butter. But you've just got to, hold it in place. Don't
and hold down one end and get it up with the other.
Well, and also really try to only come at it as few times as possible.
And I'm not pushing. I'm not using a lot of pressure.
Yeah, you want to just kind of let it sort of just go into there versus pushing it into there. Hopefully that kind of helps you.
But it does take a bit of practice. It really does. And I mean, I still screw it up. Okay, now look at that. Isn't that a jolly holly piece of paper?
Robin says that there are student grade, like Crayola watercolor crayons work the same as the Neocolor 2s. But they aren't artist grade, so they won't be as light fast. But she likes them for her journals. Very cost friendly.
There you go. And a lot of times, if your paper is not being exposed to a lot of sunlight, that's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
It will stay, for a long time. Okay.
That's right, Lisa. Just letting everybody come in.
I just love this so much. I want to chop it up, but I don't. I still want to stencil over it.
I don't know that you're holding the stencil in place is more ideal than holding it very hard. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and some people will tape it down.
Yeah.
I've messed up stencils getting the tape loose because yeah. Once you make a run at it, you make a run at it.
And it's good that and one nice thing about using little ATC size is that you have more control over the area that you're doing.
What I look for, and this is what you should look for. See that right there? That little flippy part?
That's a flippy-uppy part.
That's a flippy-uppy part. You want to make sure you're going this way.
Yep. Because otherwise, you're going to catch that beat, and then it's going to mess it up. I'm looking at
the rest of these, and I'm just thinking, this is mostly a this way. Mm-hmm. Once I've made a pass at it, it's going to hold itself in place because it's got the...
Pretty much. Unless you've got bubbly paper or something like that.
Yeah. Or very mealy paper.
Yeah.
And I don't use a lot of pressure. I just try to get it as even as possible a distribution. Once I have the paint down there, I can go back and do this just to smooth it out.
But I'm very careful about that.
Very careful about it. Because I've already got a layer down there. What I'm doing is I'm just smoothing it out.
And if you're worried about all that excess that's kind of built up on top of it, you want to get it nice and even. But if you want extra loft, you can kind of build it up there a little bit. Pull the stencil up and then, clean off and do that. Don't try to get it all clean while you're doing the main image that you're trying to get.
No.
because you're always going to get blobby business if you work it too much.
Push it in, push it under the stencil.
And then Devin says, yes, there is Pixie Spray, which is meant for stencils. Another thing that is almost exactly the same, because that's what we use to help hold mats down and things like that, is the 3M repositionable adhesive. You want to spray that stuff outside because it smells terrible and it's not really good for you.
I think that that's
But that's a bit extreme.
I don't think you need to do anything. You need to hold your stencil down on the side. And see how that's flipping up there?
Yeah.
That's something that's not good. You want a flat piece of paper. Make sure your paper's down flat.
So if you need to tape that down as well,
hold
that.
your stencil on the side opposite of what you want to pull away from your hand. And just do it like that. It helps. I am using the edge. You can see I don't have it flat down there. I'm kind of using that edge.
Z was very kind. Her husband uses these because he does t-shirts and stuff. But I don't know where you find these, but they're spreader cards.
Yeah, it says Ultimate Clean Up Card.
They're kind of waxy.
Patent pending. And you can use them more than once. Yes, this is, if you have a big one. The reason I like to do this with the smaller ones is because this is too big. I can't see where my thing's going. Here, I can see where it's going. Yeah. And stop on that edge.
Oh, and that's a very good point, too. Robin says, and the metal spatula is better than the plastic because of the edge is thinner. So, yeah, you're going to be kind of coming across it a little. That is true, because kind of the thicker those things are, more sort of gets underneath there. Yeah. And then you have a chance of, like, pushing along more than you anticipated.
Now, when I'm doing this on a bigger piece, I like to use this one that has the more blunt edge to it. Because it's not going to get caught underneath some little fiddly part there. As these little jobbers do. And you do have, well, this is about the same size, yeah. But I don't need that big for this. I like this size for this. So it does help to have a selection of those.
Tools matter.
Yeah. It really does. Look at that cool that's looking.
All right, now you've got about 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm moving along. Promise to do some more.
Wonderful. Kathy says, great tip about the palette knife edge and style. All right.
Okay, good deal. I've got some stuff going on here.
Ooh, yeah you do.
All right, let's get rid of these. A minute to show them all.
Did you paint that?
Yes.
Those swirls?
Yes.
Look at you.
I know. I'm quite pleased with this. And you can use these things for this process also. I just really like the watercolors because it's easy to clean up. I don't have to worry about my brush getting gummed up with acrylic paint. Okay, of course these don't go back in here. I'll have to deal with that later. Okay, no worries. And I have a selection of brushes here, which these two I don't mind using acrylic paints on because they're already kind of mucked up. These I just use the watercolors on because I don't want them to get all mucked up down there at where the ferrule is, because that's what causes them to do that.
Hey Deb, Estella wants to know, were you holding the palette knife at a 45-degree angle? Not really, more like it's...
No, it's just barely clearing the surface.
Yeah.
It's just barely, it's almost flat on there, just slightly tipped.
Yeah, and if you're going to tip, you're trying to avoid tipping it any which way, back or forth, because again, you're either going to catch the front or catch that little bend. So you want to try to keep it as even as possible.
Okay, and another little thing, and I Mariah watched me clean these off.
Hey, Tutu.
The palette knives.
Yeah.
When you do your palette knife, you want to make sure that you are cleaning off. And I'm sorry, I will get to this painting.
All right, we may run over a little. We're gonna get this watercolor done, but we will. This is really good information.
I put these down and I clean them off with this
You know, the window scraper.
Window scraper. You will notice that there is still a little residue left on there. You want to take that off because that little bumpy residue there
Mess you up.
can mess you up. Big time. You see that?
Hold it up into the, yeah, a little bit more, and then do your turn business. Yeah. There you go.
Get that off of there because that's your leading edge. And I just, it doesn't have to be totally clean, but I feel it. And if I feel a bump, it's not such a big deal on the top part,
Scrape.
but it is a big deal on the back part. If that's not, and especially smooth right there, and see where there's still a little bit left there? I want to clean that off because that can be the edge that's presenting itself when I'm doing mine.
Hi, Artie Dar.
Yeah. You know, I don't know how many of these things I did before I finally really
Yeah, worked it out.
worked out why some were working and some weren't. You know.
It seems simple.
Sometimes the simplest things
But we're the hardest to learn.
were the hardest to learn. All right, now what did I do with my...
Or be aware of. What you looking for?
Oh, here's the other one I wanted to talk about. With the Caran d'Ache.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that?
And that's just, you, like, did you use water on it?
No, I didn't do any water on this one at all. I just, you
Wow.
can still kind of see my little marks. And which sometimes I really I like that.
Yeah,
sort
hold
of,
that up
that
and-
basket weavy.
Yeah, hold it up into the technology so they can really see those.
But again, this is a brayer off that I just came in and kind of repeated colors in different sections so it didn't look so blocky.
Yeah.
And then did the stencil over the top of it. Which I think, and that's where I want to go with this.
Nice. Yeah.
You can see that's, and I want to do something with this, but it requires stencils, and I don't have any plates, and I don't have any available.
Robin's good. She's a good stencil and stamp owner. She washes them after every session. You know, it's one of those things. Like if you do, your stuff is going to last longer. It's going to perform the way that it did right out of the box.
Okay, Mariah, I have to ask you this because I've got my thing up over there in the peach truck box. You'll see things sticking out up there.
Which thing?
Over there.
Yeah, I know. This, yeah.
Yeah, it's painted paper.
This
No, behind it, I think. It's tissue painted paper at the very top there, sticking out.
The one in front of it?
No, I don't think so. Okay.
Painted this? No, that's some Patty stuff.
No, you went too far.
Okay. Often I do.
I was pretty sure that I put it in there.
I
Seem to be looking for a lot of stuff today.
I'm going to bring you this folder because this seems to be like the stuff that you're possibly looking for.
Yeah, right here. Okay, remember this. This was a while back when we were doing. I really like this stencil. What is this stencil called, Mariah? I need to relocate it.
Oh, let me. I think that's Darcy's. Darcy?
Darcy, what was that called?
I think it's one of the forest floor ones.
Forest floor ones. But what's great
Or
about it,
foliage.
you can see it's the exact same color, but I just took and moved it different ways here, and I think it's really. And I may go
Hello,
ahead
Wendy.
and do it more. Okay, so here's kind of where I'm going with this. I think it has an Indian, like in Indian, Asian Indian.
Yeah.
American Indian
Yeah, not
feel
native.
to it. And the thing that I'm thinking about are some of their illuminated books and the things that, I'm probably not going to be painting any naked women on here, but I might.
Oh.
Yeah, I might.
Forest foliage is, yeah.
Forest foliage.
Rhonda says, and I think it's one of Rhonda's, like, she likes that one too. That's what it's looking like, but you've done a flip-flop of it. I'm pretty sure that's...
Yeah. One of them is a flip-flop and one of them is an actual using a stencil. And then this was just a piece of the paper. You can see the lines.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then I painted over the top of it in certain areas. Now I've got to figure out what to do on the inside of this. And I'm not sure yet. So I haven't done anything to it. But I think the outside is very cool.
You've shown this a couple of times.
I have. But anyway, that's where
it's evolving.
It's evolving. This is another piece. And if you can see the kind of gold, it was a...
Well, it's more, yeah,
silvery. It's
10. It's kind of like worn 10.
Yes, and I didn't like it, but I thought it was a great background.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I'm doing here.
And that's the trimmed out, like P went around the stencil, but it's the parlor, Victorian parlor style 1 or 2. I can't remember exactly which one.
And I really thought about doing this here and really making it very, high contrast. Maybe taking some of the darker, more opaque silvers.
Yes.
Or maybe even, I thought about, I don't want it to get too terribly. I don't know. I'm holding off on that because I'm having fun with doing these little doodad things here.
You're going to show us how you did the little doodad things?
Yeah, I'm going to, but I have another thing to show you first.
Okay. A little show and tell.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I remember this piece. I pulled this, I think, 2 streams ago. But what I wanted to do to it before I start doing any more...
Oh, your little flowers.
Can you see the gold flowers?
Yes. Fancy.
And then I went over traced around the gold flowers with this...
Carrie, it's something to do with the whole Europe business. Like y'all's, something's going on over there. The buffering.
Oh.
Yeah. You might turn it down to 720 just to see if it'll come through a little better, but yeah, that's been something happening all day.
Yeah, Susan, it's really easy to wash the stencils made out of. You do have to be careful with them if they're intricate parts there. But I take the nail brush and scrub them. Okay, so basically what I did is I did, this is another brayer off. What I want to do before I do any more of the decorative style work, I want to bring this over this color. And I went through and this is toasted marshmallow. This is, if you don't have this color, you need to get some because it's really great. Make sure that you shake these up. They separate.
Yeah.
And you don't want to squeeze all of the clear gooey stuff out because then it messes up the rest of your paint. This is opaque, and I am using some of my brushes that I don't necessarily treasure because they're old and mucked up anyway. And I try not to use my watercolor brushes on. Okay, I sort of want to break up this line here and get a little bit of an edge going here that kind of looks like this one over here. don't want to make it too exacting. I just want to do it enough that it's going to give me enough space to maybe do some more little flowers there, and they're going to stand out because of the contrast in the background.
Thank you, Deb. I was pulling it too.
What is it?
So the one that looked like really fancy French toast is the Victorian parlor paper style one. If that's the one that you were looking for, Bartender's Daughter. But the one that's in the background of this is Carrie's, one of his tribal wallpaper stencils. Who makes the toasted marshmallow paint? I think that is Apple Barrel, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And this is called multi-surface. I don't know if that's important. It says it's dishwasher safe. I think that's highly.
We're always a little suspect about
I'm
that.
always a little skeptical about claims of that sort.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that very much. Now I'm just going to go ahead and kind of make a messy edge here.
A messy edge.
I have mealy paper anyway, so
Yeah.
it's really it's pretty easy to do. I just don't want to make it too regular.
Yeah. Buffing it out, sort of.
Yes. You know, and the thing I love and hate about acrylics is how fast they dry. Because they're always, you know, drying when you don't want them to dry, and then not drying when you do want them to dry. I just want to get enough of a lighter contrast here so that I can do more decorative work in some of the colors, because what was happening was they're just getting lost.
Yes, it is very different from titanium buff. It's more, like, I would actually call it like an antique white.
Yes.
Like if you were talking wall paint, that would be antique white.
Or a Navajo.
Navajo?
I actually purchased Navajo once.
Yeah.
It's just a bit, you know, smoky.
Yeah.
Think about, you know.
But still has that warm tone to it.
It does. It has that much more warm tonality rather than a cool.
Oh, hey, Ricky says multi-surface paints are dishwasher safe. She uses them when painting mugs. They go through the microwave and dishwasher for years. See, we've always been a little suspect.
Hot diggity.
Yeah. You can send your books through the dishwasher. We don't really paint a lot of, you know, extra surfaces, so that's probably one reason we don't really know.
Okay, I'm just doing fiddly work right now, and I'm sure that this is not very
We got 2 minutes to do.
too terribly entertaining.
Unless we're going long. I mean, we might as well. Like, YouTube has just bummed us out on... Because people have been coming in and they leave because the buffering is poop. And it's nothing
Well,
we
I
can
think
do
this is looking quite nice. I rather like it. And sometimes I don't know what I want to do until I do it.
True that. I think that falls under if you know, you know. When you know, you know.
And when you don't, you don't.
That's right.
Put it aside. If
That's
you
okay.
don't know, if you're not having a strong feeling about what to do, set it aside and wait for another day. That's my advice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Susan,
And it has served me well.
Susan says go long. She's loving this. All right.
Okay.
I had breakfast. So.
I really love the feel of that. Now, I'm going to try to get a little bit more of that over here without, you know, covering up my flowers that I've very carefully painted here.
Oh, Carla says Navajo White used to be her favorite wall color of choice. Melted vanilla ice cream should be its name. Spy-calling.
Now see, this is just floofing that out just ever so slightly.
Yeah.
You know, floofing.
Yes, floofing. Actually, I think being in the nerd is kind of a privilege. I think that, you know, they are getting kicked out of the nerd.
Who is?
YouTube. For whatever going on with their very irritating buffering. Because we've got excellent condition over here.
Yes. And
a lot of other people, so it's kind of regional, it seems, sort of. Oh, hey, Rhonda says, Mariah, tip, using your Baron to stamp down the big stamps works great.
Oh.
Because it adds that even pressure in the middle where it really kind of, you need it. But when you're doing it with your hands, it's sort of hard. So that's
yeah,
great.
and I'm always, you know, kind of feeling that. That brush is just getting so gooed up that I really can't.
She says, lift and position, don't slide.
Lift and position, yes.
This looks beautiful. I mean, it looks like really fancy, almost sari-like, or...
Yes, and that's where I want to go with this. And
Bye, Sandy.
to that extent, you know, it's just like, well, how do I get there?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Fancy fabric. For sure. Well, hopefully this stream will do better on replay. Hopefully people do come back.
Well, yeah, it makes me really sad because
Well, there was a lot of variety of some different fun things going on. Kind of. I mean, we've done this stuff before, but it's cool when we get to kind of combo some things. So it's like a lot of different things are packed into one.
And that's basically, you know, that is how I work.
All right, Kathy.
I'm right now just trying to use up my paint because I can't put it back in the horse.
Yeah, because it's been on the...
Well, there's not going to be enough there that's...
Yeah, I think Florida's been fine. I think those of y'all that are here in Texas, or ours has been fine, thank goodness. Because when ours goes wonky, that causes problems for everybody because the output is not there. So at least there will be a replay. Because sometimes there isn't.
All right, now I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to show you some, just some little hints and tips on how to make this paint work for you. Because I do think it kind of is a challenge in a way that it becomes very goopy.
Uh-huh.
And it's hard to make it, these little lines, I mean, you can tell, I mean, you can really almost tell which
where
side
you got
I
better.
started. Here's where I started.
Uh-huh.
Deciding, you know, okay, how much do I need on my brush? How do I hold my brush?
Yeah.
Do I need more water? Do I need more paint? Because if I've got too much water, then it's too weak.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't show. If I have too much paint, I can't get the paint to move. So it is very much a...
Now, these little color box paint sets that she's talking about, these metallics that are right here at the top, these little palettes, they are the honey. Like,
it is the...
So that could have something to do with the fact that they get real creamy real quick. But
They do.
that's something to kind of, it's trickier.
And these are called CSY Art Gallery.
Yeah.
Mini Tin Box handmade watercolors.
Let me know if you guys want the link. I'll pull it. Otherwise, I think it's one of the links that is usually in our description. Or I'll come back and make sure it's in the description. But I can drop it in the chat too if you guys want it.
Okay. Now you can see I've used this blue. I've used this white. I've used, I think, that green. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's the green I used. Yeah. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some little flowers like I did on that other one because I really like to do those. And one of the ways that I get this to go in here is I take my clean water and I put a drop in each one because I don't know who I'm going to use. And it just helps if
it's ready for you.
Yeah, and it's just gonna dry up. I mean, it's not like you're mussing about with it or anything.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, this is that cool, what is it called? Knife edge brush that I got from
Xandra.
And you see how thin it is?
It's nice.
It's a really good, if you don't have a brush like this, you really...
I think they call it a dagger.
A dagger. There you go.
It's
not
either
a knife. It's a dagger.
Yeah.
It's a specific type of...
Dagger or sword.
Cutting device. All right. Now, I'm going to go with a different color of blue. I've got this color of blue here. Oh, is it just... so I'm going to go with, I don't know, I'm thinking a darker blue. This one up here. Mm-hmm. But you can see, it's instantly whatever. Okay. I know it's hard to...
Well, I can bring this in and go to the... so you guys can see.
I clean water closer, I'll be more apt to use it than... Alright, so I needed a bit more water. Quick dip. I need it to kind of, you know, solubilize and get a good paste going there.
Oh, and you gotta...
You need to hold your brush perpendicular to...
If you move that little jar, then people will be able to see. Just because of the angle I'm at here. But
you've got that pointed down. Oh, good. You want to hold that perpendicular to your paper because you're allowing the brush to create the... petals. This is kind of like toll painting.
What is it?
Toll.
Toll.
T-O-L-L-E. And it's, you know, I'm not concentrating on how I'm loading my brush, but I pivot it and push it down, and I'm not worried about my petals. If you need to, you can come back and get them a little bit more saturated.
There you guys go. How's that?
The long pointy part should go towards the top of your petal. Now see, my paint's getting so it's really good. Happens about halfway through. Then here in a minute it'll be all cloggy.
Cloggy.
And there really is that happy place there.
Now, I have them strictly on, like, the main camera is just on this here, so it's big.
Oh. Is that good?
Yeah, they're enjoying it.
I don't count the number of petals. I probably should. But, you know.
Just not getting into the Fibonacci of it.
No. It's just how many seem to fit into. And there we go. Now, these up here that are a little on the weak side, you can come back and hit them again.
Apple says, I was combining toil and toll, I think.
Toil, yes.
Very different techniques and effects and social class.
It's the one where they use the brush strokes and they load their brush so that when they make their strokes, it creates that gradation. Yeah, I don't know, is that toll painting? Toll painting. I don't know how to spell it. I've actually tried it. I'm not very good at it. It's frustrating.
T-O-L-E, folk art.
T-O-L-E. Oh, okay. Not T-O-L-L, but T-O-L. Okay.
Right.
But it seems to me they did use a brush similar to this. That, you know, it was a specialized brush.
Yeah. Hey, tools matter. All right. Well, we are, you know, well past.
Okay.
About 10 minutes or so. I don't know if you want to show any more, or if I change the view here, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, all right. You can go topside now. I just kind of scrape off the excess paint there. And remember, this is watercolor, so we don't have to worry about it messing up our brush, even if I left it in there. I can come back now and do some areas around those flowers like I did these.
She says thinks they use a dagger brush too, and really thick paint.
Really thick paint.
Yeah, a lot of times you can see the raised.
You can actually, yeah, see the. You can even see the brush strokes of the way that they twist and turn it. And you know, mine's not quite that fancy or whatnot. But this is really that extra step here when you take your colored pencil and you go around your existing petals. And as you can see, you can get long, you know, long petals, or you can squish it down more. And this is with thicker paint.
Mm-hmm.
And get little, cute little fat
petals.
Fat petals.
Curvy petals.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Well, what a fun day.
Yeah.
I had
all sorts of
great
things.
Time.
Thank you for those of you that kind of, you know, made it through the struggles of all the
T-O-L-E. Yes, thank you.
The bufferings and whatnot. What else is going on here? So, it is Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. I will be back for Mariah Makes on Monday. We would be doing the celestial thing. And then Tuesday is Halloween. So, we'll try to do something fun. I got some ideas I need to talk to P about. But otherwise, we'll probably be doing some of these or just more, you know, tweaking it kind of things that we do on Tuesday. But
it is meditative. And one of the things that I do here is I listen to my the TV while I'm doing this, so that you know, it's I'm not really tuned into that, but I'm not really tuned. I like it, because most programs I find incredibly boring. I'm really at a point right now that I've seen everything that's worth a damn, and I don't know what to do. So I started.
Well,
watching.
She hasn't gotten so bored yet that she has started cleaning. But you know, fingers crossed. All right, guys, we'll see you back here
it's
tomorrow.
It's hard to clean and paint.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.